So we got the movie, You Hurt My Feelings. Now, who hurts my feelings? You did. No, not you. You did. You Hurt My Feelings is an adult dramatic relationship, romantic comedy, adult narrative about a couple who's going through a difficult, pivotal point in their marriage, but also in their personal lives with their son, as well as the closest friends around them. The movie stars Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Tobias Menzies. I'm sorry, I'm probably botching those names, who are the married couple, and one of the actresses, which is the wife, the loving wife, she looks familiar to me when I was going into this film because she is playing Valentina as well as in MCU. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe, she plays as Valentina. So I knew her going into this film, that I saw her somewhere. And yes, I'm glad that she plays a different role here. And yes, she is a MILF, let's just be honest. After the couple celebrates their anniversary, she overhears her husband talking to a friend about a book that she's working on for 2 years. He does not like the book. He doesn't know how to tell her. He just says it's amazing. He's been lying to her for a long time, and it sends her into a frenzy because the book that she's working on means everything to her, and it's a big point in the deal of the relationship as well as the narrative going forward. But to her, it changes everything. Of course, they're also dealing with the fact that they're getting older, not in terms of aging, but also how that aging affects their work and their relationships around them, as well as their partnerships with the jobs that they're trying to tackle on in the movie of this comedic romantic. But the first and foremost is the movie tackles on, I don't want to say like white lies or just lies that could potentially hurt your partner, such as gifts, not telling the truth about liking certain items that your partner likes, such as a book, or the gifts as, let's say you give someone a shirt and they say, hey, I love this shirt, it's amazing. And deep down they're like, I would never wear this again. Like, they're just being honest, but they don't want to tell you because, of course, like just the movie's title, You Hurt My Feelings, which of course, no one wants to hurt feelings, especially in a romantic relationship. But I feel like it's much more than that this movie tackles on, as well as your career and your personal life. So before watching this movie, I knew it was going to be about relationships. I just knew. I mean, it's been like a long time that I've been doing relationship movies here on this YouTube channel. I used to go to school to get my psychology degree before YouTube, but I eventually quit so I can do this full time. So I love having that knowledge background that I did. Well, I mean, I quit like 75% way through the school, but I do like reviewing romance movies, especially in theaters, because I do like women. So to me, I love putting that positive spin on this YouTube channel, and I feel like a lot of you watch my videos because of the romantic relationships, which is awesome. But I wanted to see how this would be different because someone told me, hey, it's try watching it in theater. So I did, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty different than what I thought it was. So it's a married couple. They have an established relationship. They have a son. They have a cohort of friendships. Of course, her sister, as well as the other friend that he was talking to. So you see other people in this movie going through their own struggles as well, such as relationships and white lies. Well, I'm not gonna say white lies, I'm just lies that could potentially hurt your partner if they would find out. The wife is an author and a writer teaching new students upcoming to try to write their own novels as well as books. The husband is a therapist, which I thought it was pretty cool since I went to school to become a relationship therapist. He takes on personal clients and other relationships and like anxiety stuff going through the day-to-day life, but he is not doing good of a job. The son works at a weed shop and he's like typical, he's lost in life. He sees their parents every once in a while. He looks at the parents, he's like, oh my gosh, they're happy, until that thing goes down crumbling after the incident. And let's be honest, the married couple also has scenes, well, a lot of scenes with another group of friends, which is her sister and her husband, which you'll probably see from other movies, which of course they're going through their own struggles as well. But of course, let's be honest, it's a romantic relationship movie, so that means that is their main protagonist support system, which every movie does have, which is cool because that's typical at this point. But still, at the same time, if it was just two people, not that it wouldn't be good. It's always good to have like that backup stuff, like their friends, a girl's night out or a guy's night out. And that's when the devilish things happen, when he was telling about his friend about, hey, I don't like my wife's book, I didn't tell her, and then she overhears that and changes the course of the rest of the movie. To be frank with you, it's a mostly slow dialogue dramatic movie, but in no way, shape, or form does it like overstay its welcome. And not what I mean when I say it comes to drags on. I'm just saying I feel like this is more of a mature adult audience. I mean, yes, some of you are young here on this channel and I appreciate you and I love you, but at the same time, I don't think this movie was geared towards towards you. I feel like even for me, that's my longest relationship is 2 years. I feel like I found out a lot about this and learned a lot about how this couple or this relationship navigated through this pivotal point, because if you've seen on the trailers, or I should put on pictures on here for you right now, it changes the way she feels things. She doesn't know how to talk to her husband about it. Her actions are different, and it's this emotional roller coaster that this couple starts in the beginning of the movie, loving each other, kissing each other, going on dates, acting amazing in front of their son, until that pivotal point happens, which changes the dynamic of their relationship, especially the friends around them. And people notice, they're like, hey, what's going on? The husband's trying to get to the bottom of it. And then of course they talk about it, but at the end of the day, it's so cool that it's mostly a damper, I don't want to say damper, it's like a real life depiction of a married couple. Now, yeah, let's be honest, I've probably never been a married couple. I mean, I do want to get married later on, but I've studied relationships a lot and I've reviewed them a lot here on this channel to say, yeah, it's more of a real life depiction because they live in New York. So to me, I'm like, this is so cool, because not everything has to be like, oh, fantasy and magical. Not that stuff is not nice, but at the end of the day, I did like this because it showed us a real life like depiction of a couple going through a difficult time and how they are navigating it through the circumstances that he doesn't want to like tell her like the lies of the gifts, and then we find out more information that there's more lies. I mean, to be honest, if a girl told me, hey, like, I don't like this YouTube video, which it does hurt, to be very honest. Yeah, my YouTube videos are not me. I pour my heart, my soul, my time into these videos. So let's say if I had a future girlfriend and she tells me, hey, Jess, like, I don't like this video, or I don't like that video, or like, I don't agree on your opinion on this, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But if she was constantly telling, like this guy did, like in the trailers you see, he was constantly telling her for 2 years, like he could have helped her out. Like he could have been like, yo, like, let me, because she respects his opinion. Like, of course, like at the end of the day, I don't want a girl to be always like my girlfriend to be bashing me, oh, your videos suck, but instead to encourage me or maybe even help me out if she really cared about me. And I love how that movie tackles on this subject for this married couple, because it's real life. It's a real life depiction of comedy, of romance. It's like you can see yourself in this movie. I can see myself as a husband in this movie, just going to your job, doing day to day, forgetting to do little things, just telling your wife, hey, you look nice, but at the end of the day, you're like, you don't look that nice. I think anyone could find appreciation for this film, and I do love like relationship movies. And yes, of course, it's not gonna lie to you, follows the typical formula, but in a different twist, since it does change their dramatic scenes with the characters after she hears a lie. Because I'm just like, wow, like later on, when I will get married or when I will have my next girlfriend, I will use everything to this. It's kind, it's heartwarming, and it's also like a good message overall to see how a couple can make it or break it. Well, I wouldn't say break it, but to her, it really feels like, hey, like this could be like make it or break it for me and this relationship if we don't get it fixed, because that's a big deal. I mean, let's be honest. If a girl told me, my girlfriend, I don't like your videos for a long time, and she would not even like hint to like make it better, oh babe, you should try something like this, like I would feel pretty down about it. Now, yes, of course, a lot of people would say your YouTube videos are not you, but at the end of the day, they kind of are, to be very honest with you. I pour a lot of time into this. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a B. I did find a lot to like about it. I know a lot of the audience are not liking it, and I'm always gonna be your mans, but as a person with this background knowledge of relationships and liking women, I did find a good overall message, and I learned, especially me, a guy in his 20s, learned a lot from this movie that I can apply later into my future relationships. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, take care, bye.